Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going on? What's happening? You already know what time it is. It's MoSports TV.
The boys are back in town.
We are back. We are back. We are back. And it's an NBA preview. I'm here with Matt Chi and myself, MoSports. You already know we got a lot to talk about. It is the NBA playoff preview episode of MoSports TV. We got the whole Eastern Conference, the whole Western Conference of the first round, and the play-in tournament to preview. We got a lot of predictions.
What up, Leonard? No, we can't give free ads. Sorry.
Yeah. No Gatorade over here, man. I wish we were sponsored by Gatorade.
Let us know.
You know, holla at us, but you know the vibes. Yo, if y'all got any questions, make sure to hit us in the comments. We will answer anything and everything. You already know the vibes.
Playing games going on tonight. Some crazy ones happened last night. I think first things first, let's kick it off with the MoSports Facebook group's favorite subject, and that's LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. Not just the Lakers, but LeBron specifically. Him and Anthony Davis and co. took a victory last night over the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, I got to be honest, I did not think that they would be coming out with a victory if Zion did not get hurt within the last few minutes. That's all I'm saying. The guy was taking over.
You think Adam Silver made the phone call?
I don't know if it was a phone call, but a hamstring acting up. I don't think it was a phone call like he, rigged, but Zion just getting hurt sucks so bad because he wanted the moment. You saw it. He was very upset by his injury, and it leaves a sour taste in your mouth because it seems like with this Pelicans team, there's always something to be desired from them.
It's so weird with the Pelicans, man, because I feel like, their starting 1 through 5 is actually very legit. You got McCollum, Brandon Ingram, Zion, Valanciunas. Herb Jones is great. Alvarado's great. These are great guys on these teams. Is it the West is like that stacked, or is it the Pelicans are just underachieving?
A little bit of both, just because the injury bug, it just hangs around, it lingers around Zion Williamson. And I really think that until I know everyone was very encouraged by him losing some weight, but I think until he really drops down to a drastic difference, you're not going to see a difference in his health just because the wear and tear is just too much physically on his body. He's too heavy.
I agree. He definitely needs to lose more weight. He has at least taken some initiative and lost a good amount of weight, but that New Orleans food, man, it's tough to lose weight, man, with that jambalaya and that motherfucking char grill oysters.
I mean, we saw the conversation between, who was it, Fat Boy SSC and T Grizzly, when they were like, man, you get down there, like
some of the best food I've ever had was in New Orleans. Yeah. I'm gonna just put it like that. I gain weight when I go down to New Orleans.
The thing is, Zion Williamson still at this, little chunkiness, little hefty weight that he's at. 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists on 17 and 27 shooting. So it's like the numbers are there. Now imagine if he was at his full potential, with his physique.
I need him at his college weight. I need him at Duke weight.
Right. Yeah.
At Duke weight, he was absolutely unstoppable.
Right.
And honestly, he still is unstoppable when he's locked in and healthy. It's just really he needs to stay healthy. And the biggest reason towards his injuries is obviously his explosiveness combined with the weight. You know, his body can't handle it, and hopefully he finds the formula, Until then, what's the future with the Pelicans?
Well, one thing is CJ McCollum, the man who apparently is better than Dante DiVincenzo.
Apparently.
9 points on 4-15 shooting, 1-9 from 3. That's not going to win you a playing game, buddy. It isn't. CJ McCollum, a known choker come April. Listen, it's
very
nothing
known
new.
Choker.
It's nothing new. I can't believe that was even a conversation. And it's the Knicks hate. It's okay. I understand. We just got to start at least identifying that it's just hate, right? Like it's just
hate.
But that's detrimental. Brandon Ingram, he started off hot. The first 10 minutes, I think he had 2 buckets quick and just absolutely fell off the face of the earth. And he has to be better as well. You would think going against his former team, there'd be a little bit of an edge. He came back recently and has been looking good, and then just drops a dud.
So they're going to play the Sacramento Kings to determine who plays Oklahoma City Thunder. Who do you have in that game? Me personally, I have the Sacramento Kings. They looked really good against Golden State last night. First of all, I don't know how Sacramento has even gotten to this point to where they're in the 9-10 play-in game. They were a top 4 seed last year in the West? They made it.
They were the 4 seed, I believe.
They made it to
the 2 seed.
Yeah, they were like the 2 seed last year.
Were.
Made it to like the second or third round. They made it to the second round, and now they're at 9 seed playing Golden State.
Well, you know what I think it is that De'Aaron Fox, he improved since his rookie year, and now he is a very good player, but he hasn't taken that leap and bound that people really expected him to. He hasn't put the label of superstar next to his name. I think he's good, but he's not great.
I think he's great, but I don't think he's superstar. I think he's plateaued. I think
this season at least.
I think the Kings in general got figured out during this season, right? They figured out the formula on how to beat the Kings because they couldn't figure it out last year. I think they figured it out this year, and they couldn't adjust. Sabonis is a triple-double machine. Obviously, he's a stat patter. No, I wouldn't call him a stat patter, but he plays the game the right way. But other than that, between Fox and Sabonis, who on that team is actually stepping up? Because Keegan Murray definitely took a step back this year.
Although
Davion Mitchell has not lived up to his potential.
Well, they benched him for Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis had a decent
Keon
game.
Ellis is turning up a little bit. Who else on that team was supposed to be like that?
Well, I mean, Harrison Barnes is just Harrison Barnes, and you know what you're
He's
gonna
a
get from him,
bona
but you
fide
can't
role
expect.
player, right?
I mean, their team isn't deep by any means. It's just like they expected kind of Fox and Sabonis to be able to carry them. They expected Keegan Murray to take another step. And I feel like when you have expectations on these guys, rather than bringing in pieces around them to elevate the whole team and take pressure off, like they didn't bring anybody in to take pressure off.
They ran it right back.
They did. And everybody got better this past offseason except for Sacramento.
Yeah. The West got significantly better. And I think, Sacramento didn't take that next step from the front office all the way down to their role players. They have 2 really good players, and then everybody else is role players. Keegan Murray was supposed to be that guy, and he's not. Harrison Barnes is Harrison Barnes, like you said. You know what you're getting out of Harrison Barnes.
Right.
You know what you're getting out of Sabonis, even too. De'Aaron Fox, he could be a wild card. He could carry sometimes, only sometimes, though.
Right.
But I don't expect the Kings, obviously they're going to beat the Pelicans without Zion, in my opinion, but they might get swept by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they might. Definitely.
If anything, it'll be a gentleman's sweep.
I think Oklahoma City is now very happy because as inexperienced as they are, they didn't want to face the Lakers. Nobody, I don't think, wanted to face the Lakers, especially a team like OKC. It kind of almost felt like that was lingering, that if you have to match up with LeBron and AD, there's going to be some problems considering you don't have big men, right? They're a team that plays 5 forwards.
Well, we talked about the 2 losers in the play-in. Let's talk about the 2 winners because, obviously the Pelicans won. I'm talking about the West. The Lakers, I mean, it was a good game by the Lakers, but they didn't impress me, though, especially AD.
No,
AD shit himself.
The Lakers aren't impressive, honestly, by any means. So it's like,
who did impress me from the Lakers this year that nobody's really like giving props to or his flowers to? D'Angelo Russell. He actually played a really good season at point guard.
No, I mean, D'Lo, D'Lo's a guy that he's going to be hot or he's going to be cold, but he was able to find his rhythm in the second half of the season, and that's exactly what he is, a rhythm player. If he could get in the flow of things and he can create some offense, then you're going to see success, and I think they let him cook a little bit more. LeBron kind of trusted him a little bit more in the second half. I think that might have been what led to his success a little bit more.
How about the Lakers versus
the Nugs?
The Nugs.
Well, we know Mike Malone has it out for LA, and he said we swept them last year. We're gonna sweep them again this year.
So there's a couple of Lakers fans in the group that if we get past the Nuggets, watch out. Oh, the Lakers are going to the finals. They call the Knicks fan base delusional, but Lakers fans are actually fucking delusional.
If you get past the reigning champions, like, come on.
It's not happening. I think it's a sweep. Like you said, they swept them last year. I think they'll sweep them again this year. If anything, it's a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah.
And if they do sweep them, what is going to happen with the Lakers? Will this be LeBron's last playoff run as a Laker?
I don't. As a Laker, It depends if Bronny gets drafted, because I think that really changes everything. I don't know.
This could be. I mean, he obviously declared for the draft for a reason,
right?
Obviously, he wants to keep his options open. He's in the transfer portal. First of all, is that even allowed?
What, being in the portal?
Being in the portal and being declared. We gotta look into that, because I haven't heard of a college player doing that in the basketball world.
That is true. It might be, but then again,
it's Bronny.
I get
it.
Surprise me. They're allowed to bend the rules.
Sure. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's weird, but
regardless, the Nuggets are going to mop the floor with him, and I don't even think the Nuggets are as good as they were last year. I think they've taken a little bit of a step back.
I think so too.
They look a little bit more human, despite like the record not, showing that they're worse, I guess. I feel like there is a little bit, like, everybody kind of caught up to them. They're very good, but it seems like the West and even some of the Eastern Conference teams, the Knicks, have caught up, to the higher seeded teams in their respective conferences.
Okay.
So let's talk about tonight's, talk about tonight's playing game.
Yeah, let's talk about
Heat Sixers.
Wait. I got one more thing I want to talk about before we move on to that. Klay Thompson.
Oh, man.
What is going on with Klay Thompson? Is it over? Is he gonna retire? I think if I'm Klay Thompson, I'm retiring, bro.
Nah,
I'm getting out of there. I'm going out sad, bro. I don't even want to play no more after that shit, bro.
You can't show your face in the Bay Area if you go out like that.
Yes, you can.
He'll
get his flowers when it's time.
I can't retire like that. I gotta at least try and run it back one more.
He's not going back to the Warriors though. If he does play more, Warriors are not bringing him back. They're not bringing him back.
Said that he is a detrimental part of this team, and we need Klay.
Oh yeah, fucking right. Get the fuck out of here.
Listen,
and that, first of all, that's a big problem. I want to say something about these Warriors. This front office of the Warriors. Okay, they let go of Bob Myers for whatever fucking reason they did that for.
Right,
and it's been dog shit ever since. They haven't done anything to help Steph Curry. Klay Thompson has fell off a cliff. Draymond Green is old and washed up. They got rid of Wiseman. What are they doing? Yeah. What are the Warriors fucking doing? Why would you get rid of the one man that drafted all three of these players, that created all of these rosters to turn up your team, to get you these, how many rings? Four rings they got?
Yeah.
Why would you get rid of that guy in your front office? Like, what the fuck is wrong with the Warriors?
Well, they had a good draft pick and put Podziemski, I believe is his name is, and that was Brendan Podziemski. He was a good first rounder. He probably is going to be second team all rookie. But aside from that, no, Bob Myers is a great mind, and honestly, now you see why he's an analyst. I don't really know. They kind of just have to clean house. The Warriors are one of those teams that they got somewhat lucky on hitting for absolute generational talent like Steph Curry, and then they just had two more guys pan out to be, a perfect fit for him in that same little span. But aside from that, their track record isn't that great. Like, Harrison Barnes was not a great draft pick. You know what I mean? Like, it was or was he drafted? No, he was drafted by Dallas, right?
Who? Harrison
Barnes? Yeah,
he bounced around before he went to the Warriors.
Right. I'm trying to think of the forward that was it Kevon Looney that they had a decent pick. It was either Looney or like somebody of the sorts. And it was just, it's mind boggling. And I mean, the whole way that they handled the Kuminga situation, how he should be getting a lot more minutes. It's just like they don't really have an identity to them anymore.
They got a clear house. I think the Warriors got a clear fucking house.
Yeah, they got to send Steph.
They got a clear fucking house besides Steph. And honestly, I wouldn't be mad if they got rid of Steph.
Listen, if
they got a clear house for real.
If he wants to back up Dante DiVincenzo, then there's a spot for him next to Miles McBride on the bench. But Listen, Dante's having a great year.
Listen. I think Steph ain't going nowhere.
Nah,
So
he's
they got to
the only
clear
guy.
house. Everybody except for Steph got to fucking go, and they
Right.
got to figure it the fuck out. The Warriors are cooked. But let's move really on to the Sixers Heat.
All right.
That's going down tonight.
Right now. Who you
It's
got?
going down right now as we speak. Honestly, I think the Sixers win this game. I think the Sixers win this game just because of the star power. Now, obviously, Jimmy has a chip on his shoulder with the Sixers.
I'm so tired of this though. Like him posting yesterday, Tobias Harris over me. Listen, bro, that's your only kind of arc that you have going on. Just get over it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jimmy is still gonna have that chip on his shoulder, and he's even though it's a chip that is like an old ass expired chip.
It is. It's stale as
It's
fuck.
a stale chip.
No Terry Rozier tonight is definitely a big loss.
Terry.
That's a potentially 25 points. Right? Terry's very streaky, so you don't know if he was going to give you 10 points tonight or 25. But just having him out there would definitely help.
I agree. And obviously, I don't think this Heat team is anywhere close to the Heat team that was last year. But let's not get it fucked up, Matt. This Heat team lost the first play-in game last year.
They did. They were
minutes.
And then they were 1/2 away.
Minutes away from losing the second.
Right.
And they still did what they did. So you can never, ever, ever, ever count out the Heat. And honestly, me as a Knicks fan, I would rather see Philly than the Heat. And I'm going to tell you why. If we play the Heat, somebody's going to get hurt by the end of the series.
I'm not actually afraid of
I'm not
any
afraid
team
of the
in
Heat. Yeah, neither am I. I'm not afraid of not one team in the East.
But I know somebody's coming out of there with a sprained ankle, possibly concussed.
You know Bam is going to fucking hurt somebody, bro.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it. Somebody's going to get hurt.
It's disgusting.
Just like Julius Randle got hurt last year when we played him.
Well, have you ever seen, there's actually a list of, it's a graphic that says players Bam Adebayo has hurt in the past 2 years. And it's like Randall twice, Jalen Brunson twice, Quickly once. There's a couple Sixers players on there. Tyrese Maxey's on there. Embiid's on there. It's disgusting. We should be scared of Joel Embiid. The Knicks beat the Sixers by 28 points 3 weeks ago with Joel Embiid and without OG Anunoby. So I just don't know where this.
I'm not scared
stigma,
of the Sixers, not one bit.
I don't know where
Not
the
one
stigma that the Knicks are not, I'm seeing so much LOL Knicks in the Facebook group. It's really entertaining because it's like, okay, what do the Knicks, even when they're successful, they still lose in the eyes of the casuals. So there's just no winning.
We beat the piss out of the Sixers the whole season.
Right.
Especially, when OG is in.
20-3 with
the
OG
last game I
Anunoby.
went to a Knicks Sixers game without OG and we beat them by damn near 30 points.
Right.
We're going to beat the shit out of the Sixers. I mean, honestly, I think the Sixers would get 1 or 2 games just because
I got Knicks in 6
I really do got Knicks in 6 against the Sixers, Knicks in 5 against the Heat. But I even with the Knicks in 5 against the Heat, somebody's gonna get hurt in those 5 games.
That's the thing, though, Ma. I'm not there's not one team in the Eastern Conference that I'm like the Knicks aren't gonna put up a fight against. I mean, Boston just last week, right? We saw in a game that they weren't trying. Your guys were out there full court pressing, Jalen Brunson in the first quarter.
If y'all weren't trying, Mazzulla would have never took his players off. His starting 5
off of the
IR just to play us. He did that for a reason. He wanted to see how good the Knicks actually were.
All right.
He did that for a reason. And once he saw it, he was like, "Oh, the Knicks are pathetic. Oh, they're so desperate.
Right.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Joe Mazzulla. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. You know the Knicks are here. We don't need Julius Randle.
It would be nice.
Sorry.
It would have been
we
really
don't
nice.
need Julius Randle.
Would have been
we
awesome,
don't need him.
Nah, yeah.
We don't need him. And we're about to show it this year. And Jalen Brunson is in a whole different
category.
He's in a whole different bag this year.
Shout out to Kendrick Perkins for being the one man to stand on business when it comes to the New York Knicks. Not only is he the only one who's actually giving the Knicks or Jalen Brunson credit, but he's also calling out these analysts, Shaq, Charles Barkley for not actually watching the games and just going off of the games that they see on TNT. It's disgusting. I mean, Stephen A. Smith, you could lump right in there, but they're coworkers, so he's not going to do that. But as far as Shaq and Charles, it's really bad because it's evident that they don't watch. And then they tried to have a little rebuttal where they just made a personal jab at Kendrick Perkins.
At his game. You know what? Anytime Shaq or Barkley gets their feelings hurt, they just revert, especially by another former NBA player.
They just
revert back to their legacy to just cover, oh well, you never beat me in the playoffs. Even when Shaq gets mad at Barkley.
Right.
Shaq,
where's your ring?
Where's your ring at?
Yeah.
Well, shut the fuck up, man. Let's talk ball. We're not playing ball no more. Let's talk ball. All right. And with that being said, Shaq and Barkley don't watch regular NBA games outside of that TNT national scope.
Sad.
If it's not on TNT, it's slow for them.
Y'all might be a better team without Julius.
Possibly.
I'm a fan of him, but they've looked better.
Possibly.
Ball in the hands of the players that they have now.
Possibly.
I think it's not just Randall, but you're getting the facilitation of Brunson. He's been averaging 11 assists the past month, which is craziness. Because that was the one knock. Why was Tyrese Halliburton then better than Jalen Brunson? Oh, his facilitation. Listen, there's nothing. Jalen Brunson's in conversations now with Embiid, with Luka, with SGA, with Joker. These are top 5 conversations we're having. We're not concerned about a 10 to 15 NBA player in Tyrese Halliburton. And truthfully, it's becoming, like Perk said, it's becoming hard for people to admit that Jalen Brunson has had a better individual season than Steph Curry. And listen, it's just the facts. There's no reason that Jalen Brunson shouldn't be first team All NBA this year.
I think so. Who do you think the first team All NBA team should be?
Brunson, Luka, SGA. That the same 5 I just mentioned. Brunson, Luka, SGA, Embiid, and Joker.
Okay. And it's positionless now too, right?
It is. So
All
you can
NBA
have
team.
Yeah.
You can have multiple of the same position.
Yep. I've been watching Randall since college and early with the Lakers. He needs the ball in his hands, which takes away touches from these guys who are going off. And I really like Randall. I love Randall too, but that's correct. That the thing that they do miss is his physicality and his ability to bang down low, pause, no diddy, with the best of them. So that's really what it is his physicality and his hustle, because his hustle is just
I think the Knicks are better chemistry wise without Randall, because Randall takes a lot of touches out of people's hands.
Right.
Takes a lot of camaraderie out of the people, out of the team, and he does a lot of ISO ball at the end of the day, and it sometimes stagnates the offense, and sometimes he's very hot and cold. And when he's cold, we're going to fucking lose.
Well, what you miss is that when Jalen Brunson is on the bench, you don't have a guy that you can go to get buckets. There's not one guy. You're looking oh, is it going to be Dante DiVincenzo this night? Is McBride hot from 3? Can OG get some buckets for himself?
But that's the thing with the Knicks, though. When Brunson is off of the bench, everybody's good. There's not one bad player on the Knicks. There's not one player that I'm like, oh, this guy sucks. Get him the fuck off the court. You know what I'm saying?
Mitchell Robinson's been back for a few weeks now. I'm sorry, Shaq, if that's Shaq in our comments. But yeah, the Knicks, let's say Knicks play the Heat. Okay. I have Knicks in 6. And if it's the Sixers, I have the Knicks in 6. Honestly, could be 5 for both of them, just because I do think the Knicks are that good. But like you were saying earlier, if it's the Heat, I'm just concerned that somebody's going to try and commit a homicide on Jalen Brunson.
Correct. Bulls Hawks preview. Obviously, it's a stinker.
Stink show.
Who do we have, though?
Who gets to lose to the loser of the Heat Sixers?
Yeah, pretty much.
I guess I think I might go with the Bulls tonight, just because it seems like they have a little more fight to them than the Hawks. The Hawks are very one man. It's Trey one night. It's either DeJounte that night. There's not a lot of, like you were saying before, that camaraderie factor, especially with the Hawks. I think the Bulls have a little bit more of an identity just because they've been together for, that little group. And I think the player of the game tonight is going to be Kobe White.
I love Kobe White, man.
He's a dog.
Former Tar Heel. I like the Bulls too, honestly. I'm not going to lie. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Hawks won. I think it's a very 50-50 game. Trae Young is Trae Young. Trae Young is the best player on that court. Sorry, but it's the truth, even though he's a bot. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. It doesn't really matter because I think whoever wins this game loses to the loser of Sixers Heat. And ultimately, whoever plays Boston is going to get swept. So I don't fuck with the play-in tournament. Honestly, do you fuck with the play-in tournament? Because I don't fuck with the play-in tournament.
I think it's going to take another couple years for people to like it, but I don't hate it. Like, that's the thing. I'm not totally against it because I think it's really cool to incentivize teams to try and win at the end of the season. I think we've been seeing a lot more end of season like effort from teams where they're playing throughout the full 82, and I think that's what they really want.
I really think that it should just be 7v8.
Tobias Harris with the first bucket. Wow.
Woo!
Tobias Harris is coming out. He said, Jimmy, watch this.
I wonder what the odds was on that.
Yeah,
probably like plus 2,000.
Legit.
Something crazy.
Somebody has the ticket for $200 to win something crazy.
I think but to dip back into the play-in, I think it should just be 7 versus 8.
Right.
Or actually not even 8 versus 9. It should be 8 versus 9, one game. Winner has the 8 seed, and that's it. The 10 seed has no business even being in a chance of survival.
10 seed is crazy.
10 seed is fucking crazy.
You're 10 games under 500.
And what's also crazy, 7 seed has no business having a chance of being eliminated before even getting into the playoffs.
Right.
So I think it should just be 8 seed versus 9 seed. Winner gets the play to number 1 seed. Just like the college tournament play-ins are. You know what I'm saying? There's no round robin fucking fuck shit. Like, no, just 8 seed versus the 9 seed. Winner plays the 1 seed, and that's it, man. We ain't got time for all this extra shit, man. I get it. It's more basketball. Cool. Haha. More meaningful basketball. Yay. But the fact that a 10 seed can make it into the playoffs is fucking whack. And the fact that a 7 seed can lose, get out of the playoffs before they even got in is crazy to me as well.
If you were looking at that market to take Draymond, I need you to call 1-800-GAMBLER, brother. If you were taking a Draymond 3 to start off the game, please. That's some Jonte Porter eBay type betting ticket right there.
So Jonte Porter got banned for life by the NBA today.
I think him getting
as he
banned,
should.
Yeah,
I think he deserved it. Honestly,
100%.
I think he fucking deserved it. Because first of all, this motherfucker had a whole ass MoSports Premium Discord.
Just giving out the drops.
Giving out the plays. Like, look, guys, I'm not gonna play after 1 minute or 2 minutes. Everybody smash my under.
Man,
I wish I was in that Discord. Right? I wish I was too. Millions and millions of dollars were made in a lifetime ban.
And everyone else is chilling. Like
nobody else got in trouble. No.
You can't. What are they gonna do? You know? But I took Harrison Barnes actually. That's oof, that might be just as bad. No, but it's pretty crazy just because now obviously you have the situation with Shohei Ohtani and his translator as well. I think the NBA took this opportunity to say, hey,
we're not fucking around.
We're gonna make a statement out of this mid-level player.
Yeah,
low tier player, I guess you could say, because Jonte's not.
Jonte done fucked up because he is not a big enough star for them to be like, oh, maybe we should sweep this under the rug. Oh, maybe we should.
And that's exactly what's happening with Shohei Ohtani. Is everyone's turning the other cheek as if this guy had no idea that millions and millions were just getting finagled out of his bank account.
Because when Pete Rose got caught, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Over. And Pete Rose was a top player in the MLB. But that can't happen for he had the hit record.
Right.
But Shohei
for this to
is a generational talent. He's probably him, Mike Trout, and maybe a Juan Soto, maybe
before that it was like Ken Griffey Jr. Like that's like a group of guys that you're gonna put as far as like the 2000s, since the 2000s generational guys. Like it's Griffey, it's like Bonds, Jeter, Trout, Soto, Ohtani, right? Like the list only goes like 5 names maybe. And Ohtani being one of them and now having this surrounding him, they're not going to stand for it. That's going to get swept right under.
They got swept under the rug.
And Ipe's going to get hit when he goes home. He's over, bro.
They might chop his hands off.
Yeah. It's going to be bad. They're going to pull his tongue out. They're going to have him publicly stoned.
Where's he from? Japan?
Yeah.
They don't fuck around in Japan. You get caught with weed in Japan, you going down for like 5 years.
Right. And not only that, but he was sitting here just flushing money. Like literally, he was just getting dusted. He was rinsing at the booth. Like parlays that were just prayers. Your friend's worst parlay, Ipe's worse. That, like it's bad. It's really bad. When you're texting the bookie, man, I'm not good at this sports betting stuff, huh? Come on, brother. It's all bad. All bad.
Interesting things. Let's get back to NBA playoffs.
Magic Cavs. Yep. Shout out to Leonard.
Who do we got? Honestly, I got the Magic, bro. I got the too. Magic in 6.
I think this one goes 7, just because these games they put on NBA TNT and 1 o'clock. Like all the games are on NBA TNT except for one, and then that one is at 1 p.m. So like they're making sure that people they're just like get this series over with. And I think for that reason, they're going to get burnt and that it goes 7.
I think
I got Magic in 7, though.
I think the Cavs have took a significant fall off after the All-Star break. They were close to being the number 1 seed at one point. They were on the Celtics' heels at one point. I don't know what the fuck happened. Obviously, Donovan Mitchell is going to give you his all night in and night out, but that surrounding cast is ass. I'm sorry. Mobley is ass. Jarrett Allen is okay. He does what he needs to do, but he's not a needle mover. Garland, I don't know what the fuck's going on with Garland this year. I think obviously he took a step back to Donovan Mitchell.
And it stunted his growth.
Yeah. And Okoro
stinks.
Stinker.
I think just Jared Allen and Mobley are really the crutches of this team that it comes down to, because they were supposed to be like a Twin Towers down low.
Mobley fucking sucks, bro.
They are bad.
Mobley sucks.
They are really, really bad. So they have no experience on that roster. They won't win a single game on the road. If you're talking about the Magic and you think that Cleveland is really a destination to be afraid of on the road, listen, brother, nobody is scared to go in Quicken Loans Arena. I can tell you that much.
Look, I said previously on MoSports TV, probably about a month or two ago, that the Magic are good and they will get booted by the first playoff experienced team that they face. The Cavs are not playoff experienced. They got their ass smacked up by the Knicks first round last year. That's not playoff experience to me. They actually won the luck of the draw. They won the luck of the draw, and they're playing I'm gonna tell you this right now. If the Magic had to play the Heat or the Sixers,
they
were getting booted first round. I promise you that. I promise you, Heat or the Sixers would have beat the Magic first round.
Right.
A playoff experience, the Bucks would have beat the Magic first round. Obviously, the Celtics, the Knicks, but they won the luck of the draw. They either had to play the Cavs or the Pacers for a chance to get out. And this is their chance to get out of the first round. And it's going to be a big storyline. Oh, Paulo is great. Yada, yada. And then they're going to get their fucking ass smacked up. Whoever wins this series, man, is going to get fucked up in the second round. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Going to get swept. And it's not even going to be a close game. Not one close game.
Yeah.
Not one.
That's embarrassing.
Not a one. I'm telling you that right now. But I got the Magic in 6, though, because I think the Cavs are just that much of a stinker.
Yeah.
And I think the Magic actually have good role players. I like Franz. I like Suggs. Suggs has taken a step up this year. I like Cole Anthony. I like all these guys that they have, And
they're not injured whatsoever, so that helps. You have.
Don't they have Wendell Carter too?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they got good surrounding players. Yep. I fuck with him. Paolo's a dog. Don't get me wrong. I like Paolo.
I think Paolo's the best player in this series.
Over Donovan Mitchell.
Yep. If I'm starting a team, I'm taking Paolo Banchero before I take Donovan Mitchell.
Interesting.
Think so.
Interesting take.
In year 2, too. He elevates that team so much.
Clip that, Sergio.
That's a hot take,
bro. That's a good take.
Let me see what Leonard thinks about this.
Yeah, Leonard's gonna be pissed when you say that.
Nah, he'll love it.
I mean. Oh, yeah. No. All right, let's move on to the next series. Pacers Bucks. Think it's another stink show. But honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this series. I think the Bucks are gonna squeeze it out somehow, some way. But the Pacers are gonna give them a good fight. I think the Pacers aren't that good, and I think the Bucks have fallen off significantly since last year. Doc Rivers ski masked everybody once again.
It's Doc, baby.
Dame Lillard is a traffic cone, and he did not make the team any better. Matter of fact, he made the team worse. The Bucks getting rid of Drew Holiday was an absolute dumbest thing they could have done, because not only did they lose their best defensive player, their best two-way player, their best chemistry glue guy, he got sent to your number one competitor in the Boston Celtics. So that's a double L. So that was the trade-off that y'all were willing to do. Oh yeah, we'll give the Blazers Drew Holiday real quick, and maybe the Celtics will snipe him, which they did for Dame Lillard, for a old superstar that doesn't play defense.
Right.
Man, somebody in the front office needs to get fucking fired over
It's
that.
over.
Somebody needs to get fired. And honestly, this is another problem. Players thinking they can be a GM. Giannis demanded not only the Damian Lillard trade, he demanded Adrian Griffin get fired for Doc Rivers.
Yeah.
Who was the last player to be a GM? LeBron. Right? Stop letting superstars be GMs. Who gives a fuck? Let the superstar leave. I'd rather let a superstar leave than to him have so much power in my organization to where I can't make a move.
All right.
The right move.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what Giannis fucked the pack up, yo. I'm sorry. Giannis fucked the pack up. They got rid of Budenholzer. They got rid of motherfucking Adrian Griffin. They got rid of Drew Holiday. 3 keys to their success.
Yeah. Nasty bag.
Nasty.
Pacers in 6.
Pacers in 6?
Pacers in 6.
I don't think the Pacers are good, though.
No, they're not.
I don't think they're
This is who gets to lose to the Knicks in the second round.
I think so, too. I hope the Pacers win, honestly. I hope the Pacers win so we could fuck them up in the second round. I pray on it. But
Doc Rivers, yeah, that's the name of the game. Doc Rivers fumbling stacked rosters for the past 20 years.
I don't understand how he keeps getting opportunities. I don't get it.
It's the Celtics.
I don't get it.
It's the Celtics ring. That's it. That's all he has.
I don't get it. He fucked up the Sixers. He fucked up the Clippers. He's fucking up the Bucks.
It's Jover.
And honestly, if he didn't have that stacked ass roster in Boston, he would have fucked that up too.
Yeah. No, if you didn't have 3 Hall of Fame, 3 greats, you know.
He stinks.
He stinks.
He stinks. I'm sorry, guys. He fucking stinks.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to
Suns Timberwolves.
Suns T-Wolves. That's gonna be a decent series. All right. Now, like the Eastern Conference playoffs is not gonna really get good till probably the Eastern Conference Finals, in my opinion.
Right.
I think the Knicks series round 1 is gonna be cool, even though I think the Knicks take it in 6, but like it's not gonna get good until the Knicks see the Celtics. And if the Knicks don't see the Celtics, it's gonna be a shitty whole Eastern Conference playoffs.
Right. No, well, no, I can't imagine a scenario where
it doesn't go down like that.
Right.
But like anything's possible. Like
it is,
because we saw what Miami did last year, right?
Yep.
But
get that check.
That Western Conference,
right?
That's gonna be some shit.
This is
from
gonna
the
be war.
First round all the way to the end.
It's gonna be a battle.
Shit.
I'm excited to see Kevin Durant versus Anthony Edwards, and just the entire Wolves roster now is kind of like they're hungry Wolves. Like literally, they are a bunch of dogs on that team, and I think they're gonna stick it to the Suns. I have them winning this in, I'm gonna say, an upsetting 7 games. I think it goes full 7 though.
You think that's an upset though? I think T-Wolves are the favorites in this.
Yeah, I feel like the Suns are favored just because of the star power.
Man,
but
fuck that star power, man.
They have no depth.
Because I don't fuck with the old heads, bro. Like KD, all these old ass superstars, bro. I'm over them, bro.
Yeah.
Like Devin Booker's obviously young still, but as far as Beal and KD go,
right?
No, I'm not. I wouldn't be scared of them one bit if I was the T-Wolves. And honestly, motherfuckers is lucky Cat got hurt.
Suns are favored.
Suns are favored. I think the T-Wolves are the better team, and I think the T-Wolves will win in 6 or 7 games. I do think so.
Oh, see, I hate when betting is like this, and it's like Wolves minus 120, and the Suns are like still favored to win the series. That's just stupid to me.
Yeah, that's the sports books eating.
Yeah,
that's just him eating no matter what. What's the keys to this though? Because like, I think Anthony Edwards is going to be a huge. Anthony Edwards versus Devin Booker is going to be.
I think KD takes him on.
Because Jaden McDaniels is probably going to cover KD, right?
Yeah. On the defensive side, yeah. But I
yeah.
think KD locks into Anthony Edwards when the Wolves are on offense.
Yeah, you think so? You don't think Devin Booker's going to guard him?
I think the length of Kevin Durant is what they want. And
but I think is KD a defensive guy like that? I don't think he can handle no Anthony Edwards.
When he was younger, I don't know if he can still tap into that though.
I don't know. They need some youth on Anthony Edwards, bro. They can't have KD old ass regardless. Because Anthony Edwards, bro, you already know how I feel about Anthony Edwards. I think he's might be the best player in the league.
He's up there.
He might be the best player in the league. Low key though. Like obviously Jokic is going to be viewed as that. Giannis, obviously, you know, shit like that. But like the best up and coming young player in the league is Anthony Edwards, in my opinion. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
It's all about if Yusuf can be decent against Wolves big men because they don't have anyone unless they let Bull
Nurkic
free.
Yeah, Nurkic is a key.
Yeah.
Nurkic is a key, but Naz Reid, bro, hey. Motherfucker sleeping on Asbury Park's own. He's a fucking beast.
The Naz Reid towels are out and about for a reason.
I fuck with Naz Reid heavy. Like I like Naz Reid more than Cat sometimes. Sometimes. I'm not saying all the time, but Naz Reid has his days where he's better than Cat. I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
If he could get consistent next year, it's going to be real scary.
Man. And then they have Gobert to play defense as well. Like, you're talking about Nurkic, nigga. He's got to go against Gobert. Nurkic ain't doing shit all series, by the way. He's not doing a fucking thing. He's not doing a damn thing.
Well, Nurkic gets bitched regardless. So, like,
Nurkic ain't doing shit, bro. It ain't up to Nurkic. It's going to be up to, like, Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal is the person that we're not talking about. Is he going to step up and put up 30 a game? Because I haven't seen him do shit all year. Bradley Beal hasn't done a fucking thing. This is a waste of a fucking contract, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. He's making $50 million just to relax.
He's not doing shit.
In the desert. That's it.
Stank ass.
That's it.
Beal stinks.
Nas plays for Minnie. I'm saying Phoenix doesn't match up well in the paint. No, they don't. Because you got Nas and you got Gobert.
Yeah.
And Yusuf gets cooked.
Yeah.
That's just typical, you know. But that seems to be the name of the game with Phoenix is that they have no depth and they just rely on these guys to have crazy legacy series, you know, for them. And it's just that's not how it works.
I'm gonna go Wolves in 7.
Yeah, Wolves in 7. That's what I said too.
Wolves in 7.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the Clips Mavs. That's another banger of a series, honestly. Damn. The real key is for Los Angeles is, are they going to be healthy? Are they going to be locked in?
Yep.
Is Kawhi Leonard healthy?
Right.
Is Kawhi Leonard going to be playoff Kawhi Leonard of the past? I know Paul George is going to play ball. I'm not worried about Paul George.
Does Harden show up, you think?
That's the real question. Because, like, you know, I don't fuck with none of the old stars.
Russ.
You know, I don't fuck with Russ. I don't fuck with Harden.
Right. Even Paul George is teetering,
I like Paul George, though. Like, out of all the old heads, I fuck with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Out of all the old stars, those are my two guys that I like. But even Kawhi, I'm like, man, he's not locked in.
Yeah.
He's never locked in. He's not locked in.
Right.
You know, and
this is his most locked in season, but now it's like, prove it.
It
you
is.
know?
Now it's time for y'all to really actually do something. And you know the Clippers like to go in hiding in the playoffs. They go in hiding, bro.
That's it.
They go in hiding. Even when healthy, they go in hiding, bro. They don't want that static. And I feel like Kawhi, he's got his ring. He don't really give a fuck about this shit no more, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, I feel like Kawhi could walk away from he's like Kyrie. He could walk away from the game right now.
No big deal.
He's not phased. But I think Luka is the ultimate, like, can the Clippers find a way to slow down Luka?
Kawhi would have to, right?
Yeah. Which it's just like it literally is. Is Kawhi locked in? Is Kawhi
locked in? Because locked in, two-way prime time Kawhi Leonard
in the playoffs
could stop LeBron in his prime.
Stop anybody,
right?
Yeah.
So can he actually lock the fuck in for once? That's actually the key of the whole series. What is Kawhi Leonard going to do? That is literally the whole series.
Period.
Literally. But I got the Mavs.
If everyone's healthy, I got Clippers in 6.
I got Mavs in 7.
Even
healthy. Even healthy and locked in.
I'm praying on the downfall of the Mavs. Just being entirely transparent. and that's just because of
literally a one person. I can't let one person determine my fucking outlook.
I
on
also
the team.
do like the Clips. So like, you know,
I like the Clips
there's
too.
nothing that like as a fan like appeals to me about just because of now all the narratives of Kyrie and Brunson, you know, that and Jalen being a former, you know, Mav, and people trying to say that Kyrie's the better, you know, whatever. I want to see him fail. I wake up hating. Sorry.
I really don't fuck with the Mavs. Luka is so good.
Yeah.
That I can't see him not getting past his first round.
Not again.
And Luka has, I'm pretty sure Luka has dogged the Clippers in the past.
He did.
That was
dogged them. Remember when he hit that step back 3 over them? Yeah. Window for Harden and PG to get a ring is closing. Maybe they actually show up. I took them to get to the finals. Ooh.
This is literally their window. This is it. Because this is not, they're done after this year.
Right.
In my opinion, the Clippers win or lose, they're cooked after this year.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting series. Like I said, it could go either way. But like I said, if the Clippers have any chance of winning this series, they have to have Kawhi Leonard locked in defensively.
Right.
Never mind offensively, defensively on Luka.
Right.
That's the only way this shit's going to happen. Only way, literally.
They're deep though. They're in a great spot. It's like, what can we get out of you now?
Deep, I guess.
I mean, beyond.
We got Russell Westbrook coming off the bench. Okay,
Norm
cool.
Powell. That's a good
Powell's
scorer.
cool.
They got Zubac. I really like Zubac, honestly.
Zubac's cool.
They got Terrence Mann still, and Mann has been a playoff performer. We've seen him put up 40 plus in a playoff game out of nowhere. So I don't know.
That should be interesting.
We'll see.
Should definitely be interesting. I'm looking forward to the Western Conference playoffs. I really am. Even the first round of games are going to be great in the Western Conference, especially those two series that we just discussed. Let's talk about the Team USA roster. Last summer, when the Team USA lost the FIBA games,
right?
They lost the FIBA games. LeBron tweeted like, "Hey, we're getting the old guys back, and we're gonna run it one last run for yada yada yada." You know what I'm saying? So basically, this Team USA roster is a bunch of old farts. There's some young guys. Don't get me wrong. You know, there's some players like Anthony Edwards and, you know, good young Tyrese Halliburton and yada yada. But I need to go back and look at the actual full roster. But it looks like LeBron and friends.
That's exactly what it is.
It's literally LeBron and friends. LeBron chose the whole fucking roster.
Him and Steph.
But it's like these motherfuckers. Both of them are not even like top 5 in the league anymore.
No,
who are these motherfuckers to determine the USA roster for the Olympics?
I mean, they're just.
I get the dream team with Jordan because Jordan was prime Jordan at the time. I get it when the redeemed team, when LeBron chose them. Right? Because that was prime LeBron, prime, you know what I mean? But this year,
they expect
one last run. And don't get me wrong, it's a gold medal roster that they have.
They're going to win it all.
They're going to win it all. Don't get it fucked up. But, like, the team could have been better, bro. I'm not really impressed. First of all, AD should not be on that team.
It's a friend.
Who shouldn't be on that team?
Probably Bam Adebayo. I just don't.
But, like, there's no centers. Like, the only weak spot I feel like the USA actually has is at center. Because who's a USA born center that's actually tough as fuck?
Right. No,
think about it.
Right.
Think about it. I mean, the guys were joking in the group chat, but they were saying, Isaiah Hartenstein, Mr. Robinson. But, like, honestly, who is a USA born center that's really better than either one of them right now?
Yeah.
You can't say Cat. He's hurt. He's not playing.
Right.
So who
probably would have been Cat?
It probably would have been Cat, right? But, like, he don't even play the 5 no more. He plays the 4.
Right. And he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be a 5.
You don't want that static with fucking Jokic. And, like, they took Embiid from Cameroon with dual citizenship, which is fucking corny, in my opinion. Embiid, you're a fucking cornball for joining Team USA. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. Go to your fucking African team and play African ball, my boy. I'm sorry. This is how the Olympics works. You play for the team you were in the country you were fucking born in, bro.
And I think
cut the bullshit, bro.
This is a great comment here. I think part of it is that some of the best young players aren't even from the United States. I mean, you got Joker, Luka, SGA.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like
yeah,
SGA
yeah.
is playing for Canada.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The Team USA is gonna be tougher and tougher for them to win the gold.
I'm not upset.
As time goes.
Yeah, I'm not upset that Jalen Brunson's not on the list though. His mileage, like I said, his mileage this season's been pretty crazy. I'm okay with him having some rest and some downtime. He carried
I'm honestly
that roster last year.
I'm relieved that Jalen Brunson isn't playing this year.
Right.
I honestly think Jalen Brunson might have declined it in general.
Well, they're still
In
saying
private.
he has the chance to get the last spot.
I don't want him to get it.
But it's between him, Kawhi. Somebody was saying, I think it was Austin Rivers on ESPN was saying, take Cooper Flag as like the, you know. The
honestly,
youngin.
I would like.
I
that.
like that.
I would like
the
that.
most.
I would like that because they did it with
Anthony Davis.
We did it with Anthony Davis, and
Right.
they did it with the Duke player
Plumlee, right?
No. Way back.
Oh,
the Dream Team.
Oh, yeah, no.
The guy that scored the fuck.
Oh, Leitner?
Yes, Christian Leitner.
Right.
Christian Leitner. I like that type of stuff. I want a high schooler to come in and fucking
where they groom him for the NBA.
Yeah, I like
get
that.
This guy
That's
ready.
cool. But Kawhi Leonard, don't put Kawhi Leonard in the fucking
right. What is he? He doesn't
What
even
are
want to
we
be
doing?
there.
Can I see the roster, Matt, real quick?
Yeah, he doesn't even
And
want to be
so
there.
I can tell y'all who also got snubbed because
I mean, I feel like there isn't that many more. I mean, if you want to say like Drew Holiday shouldn't be on there, but I know they want his defensive presence.
I get why they have Drew Holiday on there. I don't know why Clutch Points put Kawhi Leonard in
He's
there.
not on there. Yeah.
It's fucking dickhead. All right, great job, Clutch Points. I mean, honestly, you can still. I would argue Kevin Durant. I don't give a fuck. I don't fuck with nobody talking about, bro. I don't care.
So who's the
I would like
leader?
Paolo on there.
Paolo, yeah.
Why isn't Paolo on the Team USA roster?
But Tyrese Halliburton is. That's gross.
I don't get that. That don't make no sense.
Paolo
to me.
was on there last year.
Yeah.
But that's just like it's LeBron's buddies. It's who he's buddy with, and he's buddies with Halliburton, but he's not buddies with, Paolo.
And honestly, it's the same thing with Brunson. Like I haven't seen Brunson run with anybody on that roster. I've never seen Brunson outside before.
I think they kind of hate that the Nova boys are so like they got that little trio, and they're like, what? So it's just fuck us then. And it's like, nah, bro. It's just like, yeah, like not entirely, but like, yeah, like if that's how you want to take it. That's
when was the last time you saw Jalen Brunson in Los Angeles at a club partying?
He's not the type.
On some Diddy shit.
He's not the type.
You don't see it.
Nope.
You don't see it. He's very to himself. He has his wife, and he be chilling.
And got his boys. That's it.
Got his boy.
They said Dante doesn't go outside on the podcast.
None of them go outside. Josh Hart doesn't. Nobody goes outside on the Knicks, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like the players feel some type of way because of that. I feel like Jalen Brunson has been invited to multiple parties.
Right. Probably.
Multiple events. And he respectfully declined all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there would have been a picture by now. Yeah. There would have been something by now. And I think LeBron looked at that and he's like, okay, you don't want to fuck with us? Well, we're not going to fuck with you. And that's okay. That's fine with me.
It's fine with me.
I'm completely fine with it because I know my favorite player in the world is not going to get hurt this summer.
I can't stand listen, if Halliburton is that injured to where we're blaming the entire second half of his play, his regressed play on that injury alone, he shouldn't have been playing and he should have rested. Like, I'm so tired of that excuse. He was hyped up because the All-Star game was in Indiana. The NBA media pushed him as this incredible talent and marketed him so that they could have a successful All-Star weekend in Indiana. And then right after, he falls off the face of the earth. Sure, he had an injury like in between that, but if he really isn't that healthy to where it's hindering his play, why is he in the games playing 40 plus minutes?
Halliburton is a great player. Don't get me wrong, guys. Like, I think Halliburton is a top young player in the league. Don't get me wrong. But he doesn't play winning basketball. His team, he is just not. Actually, he does play winning basketball, but like
he's not the best player on a championship. He's not a 1A.
He's not him all the way. I can't see it yet. He has to show me something for real in these playoffs. He gonna have to beat the Knicks in a 7-game series for him to really show me something. He's gonna have to beat Boston in a 7-game series to really show me something.
Jimmy Butler is down and in a lot of pain.
Interesting.
And he's holding his knee. People are like, oh, Jimmy's just trying to get the narrative so he could come out from the tunnel and be some type of Batman hero. That's funny.
They want to lose that game so they could go to the number 1 seed again. You know, that's how they be rocking. You know, I don't know. But
yeah, Halliburton was getting shoved down everyone's throat. No diddy. Facts. And he's on the USA roster. And it's like, I get why he's on that roster over Brunson, because he wanted a pass first guy instead of a scorer. And that's what LeBron doesn't want. The last thing LeBron wants is Jalen Brunson here taking his buckets. But, Halliburton is going to be the first guy throwing him an assist and, lubing up.
They took Drew for defense and took out Hallie to facilitate.
To pass.
They didn't want a scoring first point guard on the team. That's a big part of it as well. Let's move on. Blake Griffin retired. Shout out to Blake Griffin for his pretty good career. Pretty damn good career. Is he a Hall of Famer?
The Basketball Hall of Fame is so loose. Like,
it's super easy to get in. I think Blake Griffin is a Hall of Famer. He's a 5-time All-Star.
He had a great career.
I think he made the All-NBA team a couple times.
I think what he did when he carried the Pistons in that injured, like, he had a torn ACL, played through it with just that bionic leg. And he carried the Pistons to like an 8 seed, and they just got into the playoffs. And I commend him for that, like, most out of his career. So I'm going to give Blake the nod.
I commend Blake Griffin. He's one of the best dunkers to ever play the game.
A pioneer of dunk mixtapes on YouTube, for sure.
He changed the game as far as dunking goes. He really did. He really did. Like, there's only a couple of dunkers I can name that could dunk better than Blake Griffin in the history of basketball.
Yeah.
In the history of basketball. I can only name maybe like 2 or 3 people that could dunk better, and that's Hall of Fame worthy in itself.
Facts.
He had a pretty successful career with the Clippers, but first ballot, I don't know if he's going to be first ballot. I don't know about first ballot. But I don't think he's going to make first ballot, but I think he will get in eventually. Shout out to Blake Griffin, though.
Yep.
Let's talk the WNBA draft. We're going to close it out with that. Caitlin Clark goes first. Obviously, her contract, she's only due to make $75,000 in year 1.
Damn it, he's okay. Fuck.
Butler, fine. You're an asshole. Fuck. Caitlin Clark's only going to make $75,000 the first year.
And NBA fans are petitioning for Klay Thompson to sacrifice his salary after last night's game to fund Caitlin Clark. So she would have shot better than Klay did last night. That's for sure.
Obviously, Caitlin Clark is good as far as financials go because she has a lot of endorsements,
NIL deals, and all
NIL deals. She's got money. The salary is nothing to her. But let's talk about any other first rounder in the league. Like Angel Reese has a lot of NIL money too. Let's go even further. Bukers, you know what I'm saying? What do players like that? Do they deserve more money? These WNBA players,
you gotta have them. You gotta be making the money.
You gotta be making the money to pay the money, and that's what a lot of female.
I saw
athletes are not getting in their heads.
Well, I saw a great comment in the Facebook group that said WNBA, kind of like people that want them to get paid need to stop saying to the men, you need to be more into the WNBA. It's the women that need to be uplifting the other female basketball players.
Women need to start watching women basketball.
Facts. That's how you get fans. That's honestly, your demographic.
The WNBA has not turned a profitable season once since their creation. This year actually might be the first year. Because I will say this, I am proud of the women's game because I have never seen the women's basketball game in general, whether it's college, it was college or not.
Right.
Women's basketball be talked this much ever in my life.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. A big reason of that is because of Caitlin Clark. Another big reason is Angel Reese. But even Paige Buchers, Juju Watkins, all these other girls are getting mad love too as well. The South Carolina team, they're all getting mad love.
Right.
And I actually think they're going to start turning profit. And, you got to make the money.
The jersey sold out.
To make the money, right? You got to have profit. The reason men get paid so much, men's sports gets paid so much, is because they make a lot of fucking money for the people.
Right.
They sell a lot of jerseys. They sell a lot of tickets. They sell a lot of everything.
Yeah.
You know, their influence is high, very, very high. And their collective bargaining agreement matches that. Now, when women start making money for the WNBA, because the NBA has been carrying the WNBA for how many years? 30 plus years?
Yeah.
They haven't turned a profit in 30 plus years.
But
that's crazy. Now is the actual time to make it happen, though. Now is the time. Caitlin Clark has to go crazy in Indiana.
Yep.
She has to go crazy.
Well, she's going to.
Angel Reese has to turn it up, too. And, yo, what do you think about Angel Reese falling? So, like, what was she, like the 12th pick?
I think it's unfortunately a character issue. I think people.
I don't even think that.
I do like some teams are playing the safe card almost because they're just like, I don't want that distraction, which is stupid because she's incredibly talented.
I think she's incredibly talented, but I think her footwork is dog shit. She doesn't have no paint. She's
just a big body.
She's a big body. She can get her putback game is elite. Her size is elite. She knows how to get that rebound and put it back up at an elite level.
Right.
But as far as her getting the ball in the paint, hitting with a no,
ain't happening.
No.
She got to get a bag.
Nah, she don't got no bag, bro. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Angel Reese does not have a bag whatsoever at all. And that's why she dropped to where she dropped. And obviously she talks a lot of shit and plays the victim when she loses.
Yeah, so that's kind of whack.
And that's kind of whack. But, you know, it is what it is. I hope to see these women continue to prosper. I hope to see Caitlin Clark turn into a generational talent. I even hope to see Angel Reese turn it up. I hope Paige Buchers turns it up. I hope all these young ladies get what they deserve because the relevancy is there. This is their time.
Right.
If there's ever been a time in women's basketball,
it's right
to
now.
where it's going to be just as relevant as the NBA, it is right now. And they have to continue the momentum that they have right now. They got to continue the rivalries. And honestly, Angel Reese has to continue to talk shit. Caitlin Clark has to continue to have a rivalry. She has to continue to shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. She has to keep playing like Steph Curry. These are the things that the men are getting attracted to right now. And obviously, men are not scared to support women's sports. We just have to see the talent be just as good as men.
And entertainment.
And honestly, Caitlin Clark is playing at a men's talent. She's playing at a men's talent when it comes to shooting that ball off the dribble.
Right. Nah, yeah. She's going to be one of the greatest basketball players ever. Like she's going to be one of the greatest women's basketball players.
If she can continue this, men are going to continue to support it.
Yep.
But women, like you said, Matt, the casual women has to start supporting the WNBA more. Because women that actually like basketball, they watch the NBA.
Right.
They don't support the WNBA.
Right.
And that's crazy to me. Women need to start supporting women's sports more. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. It's a fact. Because they're not. We don't have to. Us men, we don't have to support the women's shit. We got our own shit to support. Women have to support their own shit. I know most women don't like sports, but guess what? If you want to see women get paid more, you're going to have to do more. You know? Shit.
That's it.
And I think that wraps it up for this week, man. I appreciate y'all, everybody that came through and supported. MoSports TV, we back at it.
Yes, sir.
Again, hopefully game one of the Knicks. We'll see what happens.
Yes, sir.
I'll see y'all boys later.